reopening of the Market Hall Museum. Yeah. This is a very exciting week for me as curator, and for everyone else who's been working so hard to get the displays ready for you. I'm extremely proud of the exhibition. I'm excited to show you around. Now, on the tour, you won't be able to see everything, but I have my favourites, as I'm sure you will do too. Now, you're probably wondering why you're stood inside this box, yes? Yes. Well, this hasn't always been a museum. Before that, it was a market hall, a place for gathering and for trading. And right in the centre of the space, there was a room called the Black Hole. That's right, it was a prison where people were kept shoulder to shoulder, and the dimensions of that space are the same dimensions as the space you're in now. So there would normally be up to 13 people awaiting trial there. So would you mind counting how many we've got here? 13, the exact number. Now, bit of a squeeze, imagine that days. Now, sometimes the black hole would be full, and so notorious criminals would be allowed to roam free. Looks like this one got off. Now, of course, it isn't a prison today. In fact, it's our boiler room. Now, when the boiler was being installed, an engineer said that he saw a ghostly figure wearing brightly coloured clothes and breeches. So we call him the Phantom. So watch out for him as you go around, yeah? In fact, I need to just put the finishing touches on one of the exhibitions. So you wait here, and would you just make sure that none of the prisoners leave the prison? I mean, the people leave the box. Yeah.
Tour? Is everyone in for the tour?
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm late. Hold on. Right, sorry everyone. Sorry I'm late. Got a bit caught up. Let me just. Well, it's great to see so many of you. Oh, fantastic. Just give me 2 seconds. Lovely. How did you get here today? Anyone on the bike? No one? Well, never mind. Right, let me. Well, it's great to have you here. My name is Alan. Welcome to the Market Hall Museum. I'm so sorry I'm late. I'll be leading the tour today. Hold on. What are you all doing in this? Oh, the black hole. Yeah. Well, that's supposed to be my bit. This is ridiculous. I'm going to let you out. No, prison break. No, it's fine. There's a door. I got the key. Come on out. What? We're never going to get on with it if you don't let us out. Come on out, everyone. Come on out. No. He's got a job in the prison service. This is a job in the prison. Seriously, though. Come on, everyone. Come on out. Oh, thank you. That's it. Great. Be free. Yeah, fight your oppressors. Now, I've actually got some personal history with this museum because my great aunt actually worked here. She was one of the curators of the great building after the war. I've actually brought some of her stuff along with me. And just to jog the memories, we go around the tour and yeah, it takes 3 minutes for the sand from the top of the egg timer to go to the bottom of the egg timer. Perfect egg. My granny used to get all these things out. She'd stand in here and we could look at this great building. It seemed a lot bigger then, but and she'd tell me that in 1,000 years, millions of years ago, in fact, all you could see here was sand. Because it had been washed here by great rivers. All this sand from far off lands. And actually there's still some sand, great big piles of sand that you can see today. Can anyone see a great big pile of sand?
The building.
You see way ahead of me, some kind of engineer. Come this way, everyone. Come this way. I want to show you something. Now see, you can just scrape some off. And you can just see some tiny grains of sand because those millions of years ago, back before the dinosaurs, before humans, well, all this sand got layered on layer on layer and of wet sand. And what happens when you go to a beach, you get layer and layer of wet sand, stick it in a bucket, turn it over, lift it up, what do you get? A sand castle. And that is exactly how Warwick Castle was built. No, it really wasn't. Wow. But it wasn't far off, actually. It wasn't far off because that sand got layered and layered and layered and layered, and over the years, it turned hard. It turned into this great rock, this great sandstone. But time flies, so we better get on. You know, time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a butterfly. Fruit flies. No, that's not right. Come on in, everyone. Come on in. Let's get in out of the cold, everyone. This way. Everyone, come on in. Everyone on the top, come on in. Now, that's it. Move on round. You can come on round here. And look at the lovely Antonia. She's not as scary as the bear. She's very friendly, very friendly. Well, actually, who can tell me who this is? What this is? Does anyone know? The sign of the Warwickshire Bear. 10 points to you. You got up early this morning. That's right. It's the Warwickshire Bear. You're doing a bit of a clean, but you can't get the staff. Can't get the staff. How did this bad boy catch fish? With his bare hands. What do you call a bear with no ears? No ear? Oh, never mind. What do you call a fish with no eye? Fish. Dad, you'll be with me on this one. What do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea. Yeah. Oh dear. Oh no, I can't stop now. This is my dear friend. I've done it again. This is a sheen actually. This poor fella, he got stuck in a peacock island 10,000 years ago and met his sticky ends. My auntie used to pretend that he could talk actually. Oh, hello, Alan. Actually, the deer can tweet now because at O'Sheen the deer. Anyone on Twitter? No? It's the 21st century, come on! Now, I actually have to tweet on his behalf, because he hasn't got the funds for it, so I'm going to send one out now. You know, he keeps doing this. You know how people on Facebook and Twitter, they take pictures of their meals, don't they? They take pictures of their food. His is like this. Grass, grass, grass. It's really boring, I have to do it for him. But I can't actually send anything else, so I need to get some coverage. It's all this rock. I better go. Excuse me, just stay here, have a look at the staff, talk to Antonia. She knows loads more than me. Okay, bye. I'll be back in a minute. Be back, don't go away.
Where's the warden? The prisoners are loose. You decided to come in from the cold. I don't blame you. I see that you've met our giant Irish deer. Isn't he splendid? His skeleton was acquired by the Warwickshire Natural History and Archaeological Society, and he's been packed away while the museum was closed. In fact, he was the last exhibit that we got ready. In fact, I had a picture with him yet. Would you mind doing the honours? Take a picture with me. This is my new camera, state of the art. Probably never used one of these. I'll wind it up for you. Look through there, and when I give you the nod, you just pull that lever down there. Okay. His name is Megalosaurus giganteus, so we'll say that instead of cheese. Okay. All right, all together now. Megalosaurus giganteus. Oh, good. Did you get my good side? So does my left. Oh, good. Right, let's give him a wave as we move on to the next spot. Hello. If you move back a bit further, and the stragglers at the back. Oh, plenty of room here. So gathering here and looking up to our right, that is the Wilmcote plesiosaur. That creature is 200 million years old. It was found in a quarry near Wilmcote, and here is the interesting thing about plesiosaurs. Sometimes when paleontologists excavate them, they find round, smooth pebbles, a bit like this one, in the space where the stomach would have been. So we think there were ballasts to weigh the creature down, better for diving, you see, a bit like penguins or sea lions now. So this is a gastrolith, or stomach stone. Well, in fact, it's my favourite pebble. You see the markings? They're very distinct. Talking of markings, did anyone see the markings here? On the way over? There's some more inside. Graffiti made by the... What is it? What's inside here?
The prison. Black hole.
The black hole. cold air as we passed the door. Did you? What was that? Did you just see something? What are you looking at over my shoulder? Oh, it's giving me the shivers. Let's move on. Follow the gastrolith over to the stuffed swan. We say, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Your Majesty. Do a little curtsy. I don't think he's in the mood for talking. No. You wait here. I'm just going to go and put this somewhere safe. Okay?
Lost it. Completely lost it. Oh, we are. Sorry about that, everyone. You know what it's like when you go on the computer, 5 minutes, and you go on it for 5 minutes, and then 2 hours later you book yourself a holiday. Have you seen this yet? It's a very uplifting experience. Actually, it's not just a lift. It opens doors for people, doesn't it? Because anyone who couldn't get on the higher floors previously, well, they can do so now. It's the invisible man. Now, you don't say much. Mute swan. Actually, history was made just by putting this lift shaft in, because when they were excavating the lift shaft, the builders, well, they found loads of these clay pipes. Just imagine that. Hundreds of years ago, the people who built this great building, sitting around, sharing a story, smoking a pipe, throws it away, thinking nothing of it. 200 years later, well, I'm chatting about them. Now, who's been here before? Is it? Who's been? Now, what's your favourite bit upstairs? Got any favourites? None at all. Anyone? Any old favourites?
Bees.
The bees. They're my favourite too. Actually, my auntie's favourite is the musical instrument. She's a bit of an early music enthusiast. But I love the bees. We've got to get up to the bees first. So come with me, everyone. That's it. If anyone needs to use the lift, please do so. Come on through. And everyone on the tour, come this way. That's it. You must remember the bees. Yeah, that's my favourite bit. Okay, everyone, that's it. Follow me. We won't have time to see everything, but I'll show you some of my favourites. Sorry. Okay, everyone on the tour, if you come this way into the room here. So we'll just wait for some of the stragglers. Keep coming this way. Like I say, there's plenty of time after the tour to see everything else. We won't have time to see it all. We've lost half. What have we done with it? That's it, folks. Everybody on the tour, come this way. You'll see some new stuff in this room, including this piece here. That's you can see France on a clear day through there. That's it. Keep coming. Everybody. Come on through, I must do come this way. Now you can come over this side, everyone. Get up close. And everyone gather around, everyone on the tour. This is my favourite. From when I was a boy, and it's still my favourite. So do come on in, everyone on the tour. Now there's been a hive here for over 80 years. And it used to be flat up against the wall, but we've managed in the refurbishment to turn it around so you can get right up close and personal to these wonderful creatures. Actually, my auntie used to tell me that if bees were wiped off the face of the planet, it would only take 4 years for humanity to have left. They'd only have 4 years left to survive. That's how much we rely on these wonderful creatures. You can see them in the tunnel there, they're coming in and out through that tunnel. It's a bit cold for them today. Actually, they do a little waggle dance when they find a rich source of food. They communicate to each other by doing a little dance and telling each other where their food is. So I think we should do a little waggle dance of our own. I'm going to start it off, and then you can do the next one and pass it along down the line. We'll see what other treasures we can find. So come after me. That's it. Just a little waggle like that. In the hips, a little bit of a salsa move. That's it. That's it. Believe it or not, bees are great at salsa. Yeah. That's it. This way, little circle round, everyone. That's it. And through this way, folks, everyone on the tour. That's it. Everybody on the tour. Come on. And we'll go past this. And there's some dressing up to be done later. Take a selfie. And come this way. There's lots of great stuff in this room, but I must just bring you right through to this small room here to show you a few things. And that's it. Come on, everybody. Yeah. Come on in, folks. Everybody, come on in. That's it. Everyone on the tour. Squeeze up. It's a bit of a squeeze. Come on through. It's lovely to have so many people on the tour. Now, this room's got another personal significance for me because it was, in fact, my auntie's offices back in the day. But what we've done now is this is called the first museum, and right up until fairly recently, the museum would have looked like this, behind these great glass cases. You couldn't really get hold of anything, and there's so much more to do now. And hold on, that shouldn't be there. That's my. Look who it is. It's my auntie. With Oisin the deer.
Alan! Come here, this is one of the highlights.
Auntie.
Come and take a seat. This is the best seat in the house.
Go on, go on.
Look at the craftsmanship. Okay. Woven. This is the famous Sheldon tapestry map, commissioned by Ralph Sheldon for his home to decorate his home, and made by Flemish weavers. Now, where does the word tapestry come from? So this getting
French.
France, exactly. It's as if the word has been washed over from continental Europe, reminding us that all our stories are connected. We're all interwoven.
But Auntie, it's all wrong. The map's all wrong. All the names, they're funny names. That says Barefoot, but that's Barford. Look down there. Look, Edgbaston, Bromwich, but that should be Birmingham. That should be up there.
You're very observant. Quite right. It's a map. But it's a map according to what Sheldon thought was important. So, friends' houses, farms, windmills. It's more of a mental map, really, with Sheldon placed in the centre of it in Warwick. Oh, but Alan, look. Over here, this is my favourite section. Look at these fine instruments. This trumpet is over 300 years old. Shaped by glacially, for me, instruments are made to be played.
Imagine the songs they did play.
While people sat around weaving tapestry.
Shaping stones, making these great buildings.
And all the while singing songs and telling tales.
Imagine if these instruments could talk or sing or hum like a bee.
What do you think they would tell us? Perhaps they tell us that, after all, there's no difference between us. Me, you,
The animals.
this building.
From stone to shale and shale to sand, through time the rock breaks down.
The sand solidified to form the fabric of our town.
The past is but a memory, our stories made of sand.
So share them now and keep them, lest they slip right through your hands.
There's an old proverb I heard. It goes something like this. When an old woman dies, a museum burns to the ground. I keep thinking about that proverb. All those stories, all those memories, ideas, inventions, they could all so easily just disappear. But my auntie, she collected those stories here. And look, solid as ever. And the stories she collected, well, and told me, they'll live on too. Maybe one day it'll be your story that museums are made of. Or there'll be our marks on the walls. I like that. I think Auntie Geraldine would like that too. From stone to shale and shale to sand, through time the rock breaks down. The sand solidified to form the fabric of our town. The past is but a memory, hand. So share them now and keep them lest they slip right through your hand. Today the time moves quickly, seconds, moments, minutes, hours. But yesterday's remembered and tomorrow's dreams are ours. Today the time moves quickly, seconds, moments, minutes, hours. But yesterday's remembered and tomorrow's dreams are ours. Tomorrow's dreams are